Hi, my name is Robert Shelley with Shelley Law, and my law firm assists physicians with employment contract and independent contractor agreement issues. Today I'm going to talk about what is the average tail cost for a physician. Now, this is kind of a loaded question because it's impossible to answer without knowing your specialty, but I'll just kind of get into the particularities of tail insurance and kind of how much the average cost is. So, if you need tail insurance is dependent upon what type of malpractice policy you have. And so if you're working in private practice for a physician-owned group, it's very likely they're going to use either occurrence-based coverage or claims-made coverage. Only if there's a claims-made policy is tail insurance necessary. An occurrence-based policy does not need tail insurance at all. And so just a brief description of each. An occurrence-based policy simply means a policy has to be in effect when the incident occurs, whereas a claims-made policy means that a policy must be in effect when the claim is actually made. And so it's possible that you could leave an employer and then that malpractice insurance ends, but you could be sued, a year and a half later, and so you need a policy that covers the gap in between when you leave the practice and then the last day somebody can sue you, and that's called tail insurance. So, if you do have a claims-made policy, your contract is going to specify who's responsible for paying for it. Just depends. I'd say it's probably 50-50 if you're working for a private physician-owned group, whether you have to pay for your own tail or not. It also is specialty dependent as well. So whatever your annual premium is, just to kind of calculate what a tail cost is, take whatever your annual premium is, so that means how much it costs to insure you on an annual basis, and then multiply that times 2, and then that's normally the kind of average tail cost for a physician. Now, malpractice insurance varies widely based upon your specialty. So I'd say the, kind of most reasonable primary care, pediatricians, probably somewhere between $6,000 to $8,000 a year. And so if you had to pay tail, 12 to 16. And then as you kind of go up to the more kind of surgically related specialties, it's going to be a higher amount. An OBGYN could be $30,000 to $60,000 a year based upon your claims history or how long you've been out, that type of thing, which obviously is multitudes higher than if you're doing primary care. So if you were an OBGYN and you had a $50,000 annual tail cost, your tail could be $100,000. So if you are in a specialty, then you need to find out what your annual premium is. And then once you find out what that is, then you can be fairly certain that it's going to be around twice what your annual premium is. Now, a couple things about tail insurance. It's not an annual cost. So if I say it costs $100,000, it's not $100,000 a year for however long the tail policy lasts. It's $100,000, and then you're covered for whatever the amount is that you agree to with the insurance company. There are different amounts, so you could get a tail policy for 2 years, 5 years, an infinite amount, and then that will factor into the cost of it as well. It can go as low as around 1.5 times your premium, all the way up to 3 times what your premium is. A bunch of different factors kind of go into what makes that up, but normally 2 times your annual premium is like a really good gauge of how much you're going to have to pay. So that's how much tail insurance cost is. It's twice what your annual premium is for the most part. So if you have any questions about employment agreement, independent contractor agreement, feel free to contact my law firm at the phone number listed below in the description. You can reach us through our website listed below as well. And I appreciate you watching the video. Thanks.